But if you close your eyes,
hey guys, welcome back to another video. Don't know what happened to my voice there. And today we're going to be talking about the possibility of DLC 5 coming out for Black Ops 3. Now, it's basically, we just need Treyarch to say that it's actually happening by now to make it any more confirmed than it actually already is. And bearing in mind this is all leaks, and I'm going to leave a bigger YouTuber's video in the description that basically pulls together more evidence, because I'm just going to talk about things briefly here. It's COD Zombies HQ, you probably heard of him. I'm going to leave that in the description below, because he's a lot bigger, a lot better, he does, you know, he is better at editing and everything, so everything, if you want to know it in more detail, watch that video. Right, okay. So, basically, what has happened is that because, you know, Black Ops 3 goes around the world, it has to be dubbed in different languages, obviously. So one of the voice actors who does the Brazilian Portuguese dub for it, he ended up putting on his Instagram a photo of him just standing next to one of the mics that he uses to record things. So, it's like, okay, yeah, he's a voice actor, that's probably what he does. However, he was talking about Black Ops 3, potentially, because he was voice acting for Edward Richtofen. And in one of the hashtags, it said BO3. This has got a lot of people excited, because they're like, oh, wait, what, is he recording things for Black Ops 3? And a Mexican Zombies YouTuber got in contact with him, and as a voice actor, he doesn't really know the specifics of what's going on in the game. But some of the things he said kind of hint towards a DLC 5 and remastered maps. Two of the things he meant, well, he mentioned three things specifically. Two of them kind of can be, you know, brushed off, say, oh, it's already out. He spoke about Theater and Gravity. If he's speaking about that, we could just look at Revelations, as, oh, Kino's in there, Dries and Drac with the anti-gravity room, that's in there, so, you know, that can be kind of brushed off, you know, he's probably just redubbing something for Revelations. But then he mentioned one other thing. Space monkeys. We never see them anywhere apart from Ascension in Black Ops 1. Now, looking at all the... I'm going to try and predict, guess what maps we're going to have. 3 is basically confirmed by the community because of all the leaks. I'm going to be looking at this from a timeline sense and from a fan favourite sense. So, the 3 maps that are basically confirmed through this leak are Ascension, Moon, and Kino der Toten. All Black Ops 1 maps that are absolutely adored by the community. From a timeline point of view, it may not make a lot of sense. However, if we look at what the original Easter egg used to be, it might make sense to why Ascension and Moon are there. So, originally, the Revelations Easter egg was a lot different to what we got. It was a lot better. It involved putting the summoning key on Ascension rocket, pack-punching it, firing it off, doing all sorts of cool stuff like that. So perhaps they're putting Ascension in to pay homage to that. I'm talking it from a fan favourite point of view here. Moon, it's one of the in regards of, you know, people holding zombie maps to a high standard, just like this is the best zombies map ever. Kino der Toten and Moon are up there. They're just called some of the best zombies maps ever. So it makes sense that they want to remaster their best maps so they can get a lot of people to purchase this pack. Because I don't think it's going to come free with the Season Pass. Because the Season Pass, it says, because they've updated it now, where if you bought, I think, the first DLC for Black Ops 3, you got the Season Pass with it. So it said the 3 remaining DLC packs in 2016. I don't think they're going to put this DLC with the Season Pass. Simply because they're going to have fan-favourite maps in there, so why would they want to give it to people for free? This is Activision, they're going to, you know, charge you for it. So, what other maps are going to be in there? Well, I personally think Origins and Mob of the Dead might be in there as well. Because, again, they're fan-favourite maps. If they put Ascension, Moon, Kino der Toten, Origins, and Mob of the Dead in the same map pack, all remastered, mind you, then a lot of people would buy it because, well, they're fan-favourite maps. Everyone adores these maps. If they put something like Transit in there, people probably won't want to buy it. And they'd probably say, you know what, screw it, we'll give it to you for free because it's got Transit in it, it's absolutely god-awful. Treyarch have admitted that it's their worst map ever, so I think by this point we know that they're wanting Origins, well, they're wanting Transit to burn in hell. However, what about a timeline point of view? Well, Origins and Mob of the Dead would make sense. Because Mob of the Dead, if we did it from the 2.0 character, well, the Primus crew's point of view, then that would fill the gap between Zetsubou no Shima and Goro Krovi, where they warp off to get the rest of the blood vials. It would make sense. It would be able to see the little Easter egg, you know, getting the blood vials and all of that stuff. Origins would also make a lot of sense because that's where the Primus crew start. We potentially could see it from the original Primus crew's point of view after Revelations when they get sent back in time. They fight with the original staffs, holding off, you know, this huge invading army, and hence the Primus crew, the origins of the Primus crew, haha, puns. Kino de Toten, Moon, and Ascension, though. I can't really see, in a timeline point of view, why they might come into it. Because Dreisendracht, I believe, was meant to be a Moon remake / reference, that whole map. Kino de Toten, it didn't really have an Easter egg, it didn't really have a point in the timeline, it was just there because it was a new map and everything. They needed to bring zombies over into Black Ops 1, so it was there because of that. And Ascension, it did fill the gaps in some timeline sense, but there was no Easter egg that linked it to the next map. And Ascension, that was all about getting the parts for Richtofen to switch souls with Samantha so he could control the zombies. But that doesn't happen in this timeline. Edward Richtofen is trying to stop the zombie infection. He's trying to, give safety to the children so he can kind of save the universe in a way. So why would a map why would 3 maps talking about Edward Richtofen trying to take over the zombies, why would they be remade? That doesn't make sense from a timeline point of view. Unless we're going into these maps to stop what the 1.0 characters have done. Perhaps we are. I mean, in Goro Krovi, we see Gersh in his little purple ball form flying around the map. So that does kind of link it to Ascension. Moon is linked through not through Kino de Toten. Moon is linked through the Dreisendracht, and Kino de Toten really isn't linked through anything. So it can be argued that those 4 maps would be there, maybe not so much Kino de Toten, but I'll be interested to know what you guys think in the comments below, because I'm going to be wrong on something. I've probably messed something up. I just know I have, because I'm not a massive expert on the whole zombie storyline. I can point out important facts, but I don't know everything in deep specifics. So if I do have something wrong, please do tell me in the comments below. And tell me what you think as well. Do you think we're going to be seeing these maps? Do you think we're going to be seeing some different maps? What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. But if this is true, if we are getting these maps remade in Black Ops 3 DLC, then this is going to be incredible, because we wanted DLC 4 to be a Resurrection 2.0, but we never got it. And it would be amazing to see a Resurrection 2.0 type DLC pack come out, because let's admit it, Black Ops 3 was heavily leaning towards the multiplayer community more so than the zombies community. So it'd be nice for Treyarch to give back to their bigger community, which is the zombies community. A lot of people buy Black Ops games and basically games made by Treyarch to play the zombies more so. So it'd be nice for them to give back to that community that's kind of just been there throughout their entire game, supporting them through the zombie side of it. The multiplayer, they more complain about everything, to be fair. They do complain a lot. Not to say the zombies community doesn't complain, they do as well, but more so the multiplayer complain, because as soon as the PPSH came out in Goro Krovi, the multiplayer community said, oh, we need the PPSH now, it's only fair. So, see what I mean? I believe the zombies community is the better community out of the whole Black Ops community as a whole, but if they made these maps, it would kind of be just giving back to the community, just like, thanks for being there and all of that. But like I said earlier, I think we're going to be charged for this map pack. I don't think we're getting it free with the season pass, but I could be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong, because I really do want to play these maps remastered. Hopefully they give it for free, but I highly doubt that they will. But again, let me know what you think in the comments below. If I got something wrong, please do correct me in the comments below as well. If you did enjoy, please do hit the like button, and if you want to see more content from me, do consider subscribing, because I'm going to be making more content over the coming, few months and everything, and I'm really looking forward to trying to make this the best content I can for you guys. So, yeah, just hit the subscribe button if you want to. And A lot of YouTubers saying hit the notification bell. Don't know why, but if you want to do that as well, please.